it down on the floor. You want to make sure you take a deep breath. Exhale. Hold it here. Slide down. And then turn on to your belly. Okay? So let me make sure you can see. Good. All right. So I wore a sports bra on purpose so I don't have to worry about lifting my shirt up. And I'm going to pull my pants, my leggings down to below my belly button. And I'm going to move my waist beads out of the way. All right. So how in the hell do you do a self-check? What the hell is a self-check? Why would you do this? You want to do this if you think that you have a separation. This is how you're going to check for two things. You're going to check how many fingers can fit between your recti muscles. Again, if you've attended the webinar, you know what I'm talking about. The recti muscles are the six-pack. They're really 8, 4 on each side. And these are the muscles that are separated. And I won't get into why they're, how it got like that and what are some of the issues. I really want to focus on the self-check. So if your muscles are separated, I want to know, or you should want to know, how many fingers as a measurement can fit between the separated muscles, right? So that's one thing we're checking for, the width of the separation, side to side, horizontally. Second thing we're checking is the condition of your connective tissue. How far down deep can your fingers go? That will determine the quality of the connective tissue. Now remember, the connective tissue is what's being stretched. So your muscles are separated, but a lot of focus is being placed on the muscles being separated, which is a problem. But it's really a problem because it's stretching the connective tissue. So anyway, so we're here. We have our 6-pack, our 8-pack right here. And you want to put your fingers side by side by side. And you want to check, we're checking 3 places: above the belly button, at the belly button, and below the belly button. Hence, this is why you see my stomach. Put your fingers side by side by side. We're going to check the top, which is above the belly button first. Your knees are going to be bent. You can't quite see, but my knees are bent and they are not touching. Everything is relaxed. Everything is relaxed. Everything is relaxed. You're going to put your fingers side by side by side, about an inch, inch and a half above the belly button. Do not put your fingers straight down towards the floor, but on an angle toward your feet. Okay, you're going to slightly press down, and you're going to take your chin, lift your head and say yes, and bring your chin to your chest. Lift up, and you're going to feel the muscles moving. Put your head back now. What happens is when you lift your head, your muscles move together. When you drop your head, they relax and separate. You want to check how many fingers can fit as soon as you lift your head and the muscles start to move. Okay? You want to relax the muscles. They are going to tighten up naturally because your head is lifting up, and they're going to fire off or tighten or flex as a result of that. So you lift up. If you're all the way up and you can feel like 1 or 2 fingers, and then you come back down, more than likely it's probably 3 or 4 fingers. Okay? So again, fingers together. About an inch, inch and a half above the belly button, side by side by side, on an angle. Relax everything. Say yes, chin to chest. You feel around. I've got 1 finger, and then I come down. So I probably have 2 finger separation above the belly button. 2 fingers or less is considered normal. Okay? Belly button time. Bring your fingers side by side by side on an angle right across that belly button. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders, relax your abs. Most importantly, press down, say yes, chin to chest. Got 1 finger here, and I'm going to relax. And I'm going to lift up. And you might need to lift up and come back down several times in order to get the most accurate reading, and that's okay. So I have 1 finger, so it's probably 2 fingers when I'm totally relaxed. So I'm 2 above or at the top, and I'm 2 in the middle or at the belly button. Now I'm gonna go about an inch, inch and a half below the belly button. Again, fingers side by side on an angle. Relax your abs. The more relaxed, the more accurate reading you will get. Press down, lift up. And I've got one finger here. And I'm cheating because I've checked myself many times when I give webinars, and I know I told you don't check very often, but I promise I don't press down so hard on that connective tissue. So I'm one finger with my head up. So relaxed, I'm probably 2 fingers. So I'm 2 fingers at the top, middle, and the bottom, okay? So I'm 2 fingers. When I'm walking around throughout the day, my muscles are separated 2 fingers, by 2 fingers. I have some clients who are separated literally by both hands, by 8 fingers. Not 10, but 8. Not good. All right. So I told you we were checking for 2 things. The first one was the width of the separation. So that was what we just did. The second one is the integrity or the quality of the connective tissue. How far down can your finger go before it stops? Now you may have guessed, the farther down it can go, the weaker and thinner the connective tissue, which is not good. The least likely you can go, the better, because it's thicker and it's probably stronger, and that's what you want, thick, strong connective tissue. For this assessment, you do not have to lift your head at all. And so we have a couple joints in our finger. We're going to use the pointer finger, and I want you to just take note of where the finger stops. Like if you press down, where on the surface of the belly does it hit? So if you press down, does it go as far as the first line, which is that first joint? Does it go far down as the second joint or somewhere in between? So take note of that. I'm going to do mine in the same 3 places, top, middle, bottom, starting at the top, about 1.5 inches above the belly button. And all I'm going to do is just take that finger without lifting my head, relax, and I'm going to press down. I'm going to take my thumb and mark that finger that's down, and it's here, literally. It's maybe halfway to the first joint, which tells me it's very shallow, which is great. That means it's thick and it's strong, which is what you want. Belly button, the belly button on this whole part of our abdomen, of our tummy, of our belly, is the weakest spot. It's the most vulnerable spot. So I'm going to press down, and usually the most vulnerable spot is usually the deepest. So for me, it actually goes to the very first joint. So it's about shallow medium. It's not deep, it's not shallow, it's like in the middle. Okay, my top was half of that, and the belly button is to that first joint, or the first line on the pointer finger. Now I'm going to go again to that third, right below, about 1.5 inches below the belly button, relaxing the abs. I'm going to mark with my thumb. And again, it's halfway to the first joint, just like at the top. So my connective tissue is pretty strong and pretty thick, which is great. This is what we want. And then my separation, top, middle, and bottom, is 2, 2, and 2. So anything 2 and below is considered healed. It's considered not having a separation. All right. Last thing, the way you get up. Extremely important. If you have a separation, or if you suspect you have separation, watch how I get up. Super important, okay? You're going to take a deep breath again. Exhale. Keep your knees bent and turn onto your side. Take the top hand on the floor and push yourself up. Okay? And that is how you get up and down from the floor, and that is how you do a self-check. All right? If you want to share this video with someone that you think might have a separation, or they may think that they have a separation and they are not a part of the group, no problem. You can share it or tag it, or better yet, invite them to join the group, and let them know that I will be doing lives every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I will be taking questions or talking about concerns that people may have about their belly, whether if it's, trouble loving it, or core exercises that are safe for separations, symptoms, signs, just clarity on the whole situation of diastasis recti. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, you can DM me, or you can find me at fittribewellness.com. I'm also on Instagram, The Belly Therapist, or Fit Tribe Wellness. And you can also email me, Amaadi, AMAADI, at fittribewellness.com. Thank you so much. Love from my belly to yours.